Oh, hey, it's me again. I wanted to do another strength training workout for those of you who are working out from home to do, and yeah, just for those of you to do from home. So I am going to do everything from the ball because I imagine most of you have a ball. So you're either going to be standing or sitting on this ball, and I'm going to do everything with 8-pound dumbbells. So as I've done a YouTube video before kind of explaining, when I tell you to do, for example, maybe 15 reps of something, you're gonna pick a weight you think you can do for 15 reps, and then you are going to continue on past 15 if you can. So like, for example, if I say, let's use the number 10. I'm said, do 10 bicep curls. But as I'm bicep curling, I know, oh gosh, I can do like 5-6 more reps. It's not too hard. I want you to go ahead and do those extra reps, and then I want you to get a heavier weight for your next set. So if whatever we're doing today is like super easy and you could do a bajillion of them, or even 5 or 6 more than what I'm saying to do, that is your cue that you need to be lifting heavier weight. So don't be afraid to try a little bit heavier weight, and if you need to, then you'll just drop back down. So when I very first started strength training, if it said a set of 10 bicep curls and I could only get 7 or 8 out of that weight that I chose because I had like guesstimated too high, I would then put those weights down and finish my next 2 reps with a little bit lighter weight. It's actually called a drop set, but when I first started, I didn't know that's what it was called. It's just what I did. So that's another really great way to get stronger, build a little bit more muscle, and just, get started. Because really, that's all I care about, is that you're getting started and that you're staying consistent with a strength training regimen. I recommend pretty much everyone strength training 3 to 4 days a week. 5 days is a lot of strength training, and 6 days would be unnecessary. 7 would be out of the picture. So for most people, 3 to 4 days is just great total body exercises. So what you're gonna do today is we're gonna first work your chest muscles. So I'm gonna have you lay on the ball, you're gonna roll out on the ball and lift your butt up. I want your neck totally supported on the ball so that you're not having to hold your neck up, okay? So I want your neck relaxed here, your elbows are down by your sides, and you're just going to press up right above your chest. And we are going to do 10 of them. But again, if you can do 15, please do. And then on your next set, we are going to get a heavier weight. 10. Okay, I'm gonna stay in this position, and I'm just gonna hold the one dumbbell now. I'm gonna hold it on both sides of the bell, and I'm gonna go overhead, keeping my arms nice and straight. Don't bend them here, keep them straight. This is called a dumbbell lat pull over, and it's working your back muscles. You could relax your butt and have it just kind of resting here, but I like to keep my booty in the air, you can see, so it's not supported by the ball. That's really working my low back, my butt, and my hamstrings, and so you have the option to do that as well, or you could just roll down here and have your butt just kind of relaxing like this, okay? So that was 10. So now we're gonna sit up straight. I'm just gonna use the one dumbbell here, and we're gonna do a bicep curl. My elbows are locked in right at my sides. I don't have them flared out. I'm not moving my body. My elbows are locked in at my sides. Dumbbells coming down right between my legs. And I'm just bicep curling. Okay, I am at 7, 8, 9, 10. And I could do a lot more than that, so I would get a set of 10s to do my next set, okay? So that's 3 exercises. That was a chest press on the ball. You could very easily do that on the carpet instead, or on the floor instead. Then you're gonna move straight into that dumbbell pullover. You could use both of your weights if the one weight is too easy to do that. You just set the weights right next to each other. And then we're gonna go into the bicep curl. So that is an upper body circuit. 3 exercises back to back with no rest until we're done. So sometimes referred to as a circuit, sometimes referred to as a triple set. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So, I wish wish my bench wasn't in my way since I'm not using it. I'm gonna move it real fast. I think this will be better. Okay, so I'm going to get my other dumbbell. I'm gonna do another chest press here. So I'm gonna roll down on the ball. My butt could be here, just kind of relaxed. The biggest thing is I just want your neck on the ball, okay? I want your head supported. So I'm gonna go ahead and lift my butt up off the ball so that my low back, my glutes, my hamstrings are all working. I'm going to brace my core and I'm going to go straight into my chest press and I'm going to do 10 reps. Slow and controlled, not too fast. If you can go really fast, it's too light. Again, you could be doing this on the floor. If the ball makes you nervous, just do it on the floor. That's totally fine. Okay, and there's my 10. So because that's a little easy for me, I'm gonna use both weights this time. Here's for my dumbbell pullover. So see how my dumbbells are right next to each other? Just keeping my arms nice and straight. Feel this in your back. You feel it in your arms, and you should also feel it a little bit in your tummy when you stretch. Here is your belly, here is your lats. One more, nice and slow, controlled. Nothing about strength training is fast, not usually. Okay, now we're gonna go back into that bicep curl. My elbows are locked in right at my sides, and I'm just going to curl. I'm gonna bring the weights all the way down in between my legs, or I would put my legs together and go outside of my legs because I want my elbows to come almost straight at the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna rest for a second. So this is actually a little bit of different type of exercise that I'm gonna have you guys do today. And I'm assuming you have a treadmill at home because my dad has a treadmill at home. So we're gonna do the circuit one more time, and then my dad's gonna get on the treadmill for 5 minutes. And he's going to do a 5% incline for 1 minute. And then he's gonna do a 6% incline. And then he's gonna do a 7% incline. So that's 3 minutes. And then he's gonna go back to 5, and then he's gonna go back to 3. So it's just 5 minutes. He picks his speed. He can go very slow if that's difficult, or he could go moderately fast if that is something that he feels like he can really push his heart and lungs on. He could run if he wanted to, but Dad, you're not allowed to run because we both know that's not good for your knees. But he could if he wanted to. If you are some young 30-year-old who is not, doesn't have any knee or hip issues or anything like that, you are more than welcome to run at that. So remember, we're gonna do one more round of this, and then you're gonna go get on the treadmill for 5 minutes, and you're gonna do 1 minute at incline 5, 1 minute at incline 6, 1 minute at incline 7, 1 minute at incline 5, 1 minute at incline 3, and then you're gonna come back for some more strength training, okay? So let's go ahead and get this third round done. So rolling down on the ball, booty is up, neck is supported by the ball, my core is nice and tight, I'm breathing, I'm thankful for a strong body, my glutes are engaged. I am working hard today, and I am grateful for a body that can. Okay, now I'm going to switch and do that dumbbell pullover again. Again, don't forget, if you could do a lot of these, please increase your weight. If I was doing this all on my own, I would probably have closer to a 30-pound dumbbell for this exercise than the 16-pound dumbbell, okay? One more. Again, don't forget, if the ball's making you nervous, just go on the floor, okay? Okay, we're going to keep those elbows locked in right at our sides here. I'm gonna put my legs together so the dumbbells can come out right outside of my thighs. And I'm just gonna go down and up. Thinking about working my biceps. The mental connection here to the muscle is huge. Squeeze them. Oh, I'm gonna start sweating. 8, 9, 10. Okay, so For those of you who have access to a piece of cardio equipment at home, and this is just another exercise for you day, hop on that treadmill for 5 minutes, okay? For those of you who don't have access to that at home, you could pretend to jump rope for 5 minutes. So you could like jump rope for 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds. Jump rope for 30, rest for 30. Or another great opportunity, or another great cardio one would just be like, I'm going to squat jump for 10, and then I'm gonna rest for 45 seconds to a minute, depending on where you're at physically, and then I'm gonna do it again. And I would set the timer for 5 minutes. If you're at home and you can do that, it's a great idea, okay? Just for something different. Okay, so Dad's on the treadmill. He's doing his 5 minutes. Now he's done on the treadmill. Dad, you need to just pause this so you can do your 5 minutes. Then you're gonna come back over and you're gonna get on the ball, or you can lay on the floor. I wanna keep this strength training to just like more upper body, because my dad's been strength training long enough doing total body stuff that it is a really great opportunity to add a just one specific day of just upper body stuff for him. So that's what we're gonna do, just some upper and core in this workout, okay? So, all right, we're gonna use our ball again or go onto the floor. This time, I want you to lean forward and put your chest on your lap. And we're gonna do a tricep kick back here. So my chin is kind of closer to my chest than up. I'm just trying to keep my neck in a neutral position. So I'm not looking around. And it's nice to put your chest on your belly like this so that you can keep your back flat. One more, okay? That's 10. Now I'm going to go back down onto the ball, rolling out, supporting my neck, and instead of the chest press that we just did, this time we're gonna do a chest fly. So you're coming down like a big bear hug. Be cautious with this one to go lighter than you think you need until you know that your shoulders can tolerate this movement okay. It is a chest exercise, but it demands a lot from your shoulder joint. Again, slow and steady. We're not going fast. Okay, now we're gonna rock back. We're gonna come up and we are going to alternate a hammer curl. So I'm standing with my feet shoulder width apart and I'm just gonna alternate a bicep curl. You don't have to alternate if you don't want to. You could do both of them at the same time. Okay, we're gonna add one more. Now we're gonna take this dumbbell over our head, standing still. Try to keep those elbows in as close to your face as you can. And we're gonna do an overhead tricep extension with a dumbbell. So 4 exercises this time, back to back with no rest until they're all done. 10. That's another one I can go heavier on, so I will on my next set, okay? So rest, grab a drink of water, sweat towel if you need it. I'm gonna grab my ball. And we're gonna go back to that tricep kickback. So I'm gonna have one dumbbell in each hand. I'm going to lay my chest down onto my thighs. I'm going to keep my neck in a neutral position, and I'm gonna kick those arms back to work my triceps. This is called a bent over tricep kickback or a tricep kickback. Okay, that was 10. I could have gone heavier there, but I don't want to keep going back and forth with the weights. So we're gonna lift our butt here if we can. See how my butt's far away from the ball and it's up. I'm gonna chest fly. Coming down like a bear hug. Slow and controlled motions, always slow and controlled. Okay, my butt's getting kind of tired, so see how I just pulled it down? I just roll down a little lower on the ball and let my butt kind of relax. That's up to you. You pick how you want to do that. Okay. Bicep curl, we did an alternating, oh yeah. Now we're we're gonna do our alternating hammer curl again, or together. I'll just do them together. Keeping the elbows steady, don't let them rock all over the place. One more. Okay, now we're gonna do that overhead tricep extension. I'm actually gonna cross my dumbbells here, pull those over my head, and do them like this, because I can go heavier than what I have. If your other weight felt good, just go ahead and do that. Okay. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you can feel your heart rate kind of coming up, and I hope that you're starting to get a little bit of a sweat going. I know I am, and I already worked out today, so I wasn't intending on it. But my body just likes to move. That's all there is to it. So we are gonna go through that set one more time, and then I'm going to give you another cardio circuit, and then you're going to come back for one more circuit, okay? So let's go ahead and roll back down, and we're gonna do our, I forgot what we did first. Is it chest fly? Chest fly, oh no, sorry. Bent over tricep kickback. So I'm going to put my chest on my legs, and I'm gonna keep my neck neutral and just kicking back here, working those triceps. Okay, I'm gonna roll forward, booty up, chest fly. My body is strong, my muscles are so good. I'm so grateful for a body that does what I asked it to. One more. Okay, I'm gonna come back down. Going to stand up. If you're tired, you could absolutely stay on that ball instead of standing up. Totally up to you. Hammer curl, hammer bicep curl. Elbows stay stationary. We're not moving our elbows. We have our neck relaxed. The shoulders should not be anywhere near your ears. They should just be nice and relaxed. Okay? Now we're gonna do our overhead tricep extension here. Elbows in as close to my face as I can keep them. Up and down, I'm going down. So the bottom of the dumbbell comes to almost like my neck, and the top of the dumbbell is going to about the crown of my head. But I want to extend straight every time, all the way up. Well, that was kind of burning. Okay, rest. Grab a drink of water, grab a sweat towel if you need it, and then you're going to go ahead and do another cardio circuit of 5 minutes. But this time, I want you to start at level 10 incline. That's a big incline. So that means that since you're at a 10% incline, you may need to go slower, and there's no problem with that. Go as slow as you need to go in order to do 1 minute at level 10, 1 minute at 7.5, 1 minute at 5, 1 minute at 2.5, and 1 minute at 0 incline. So what I would do if I was doing that treadmill circuit would be, when I was at 10, I would probably 10% incline, I'd probably be at maybe like 2.4 miles an hour. I'd have to go pretty slow to be at that steep of an incline. Then as I came down, as I bring the incline down, I would slowly increase my speed. So you pick, it's your workout, you get to choose what you want to do there. That's just my recommendation for you. Okay, so while you're doing your treadmill or your cardio circuit, I am just thinking right now, so go ahead and pause it. And then we are going to have one more circuit. I'd like to include some core stuff and a little bit more upper body. So you go ahead and get on the treadmill, do your thing, and then I will be ready for you when you get back. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and have you go to the floor, and we're gonna stay on the floor. So the first thing that I want you to do this is actually working your inner thighs, your lower body, but it's also working your core, because see how you're having to hold yourself here? So what I want you to do is hug the ball, put your legs around the ball, squeeze it like you love it, give it a little snuggle, and then come up, lean up, shoulders are down, nice and relaxed. My feet are still on the carpet, but I'm gonna hold the ball right in between my legs. Then I'm just going to slowly lean back, not too far. If it hurts your back, you've gone too far. So if you need to be here, totally fine. If you can go here, do. Either way, we don't want your back to hurt, okay? So I'm here, I'm leaning back slightly, and I'm just gonna squeeze the ball. Very soft squeezes. If you go balls to the wall and squeeze that ball with all of your might, you're gonna pull a groin. So this is meant to be a soft, easier exercise. It's not meant to crush the ball, okay? So you're squeezing. I can feel that my core is working here. One more, just those 10, okay? Now what I want you to do is lay back with the ball. I want you to put your feet in the air this time and hold the ball right above your chest. And I want you to crunch, but I want you to touch your toes with the ball, okay? So crunch. Okay, now I want you to just come here. You're going to come over onto your knee, hold your dumbbell's still close, and we're just gonna do a single arm row. So I have my left elbow braced on my left knee, and I'm just pulling that elbow up. My bicep is running right along, side by side, and my neck is staying neutral. Okay, that was 10. Now I'm gonna switch my arms, right elbow, right knee. The inside of my left bicep is gonna run right alongside of me. Let me just switch here so you can see. And my neck stays neutral. I'm not looking around. Even when it gets hard, I don't allow my head to move around. I just kind of keep it in a stationary, neutral position the best that I can. 10. Okay. That was the end. That was just those 3. That's what we're gonna do here. Now we're going to grab the ball again. This time you can squeeze the ball a little bit harder than you did last time because that inner thigh area is warmed up, okay? So go ahead, hold the ball, roll your shoulders. Big deep breath. You're gonna lean back slightly here, and then you're gonna squeeze. You could hold here if you wanted. If you wanted to make it harder, you could be here. I can't go any higher than that. It's actually quite difficult. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now I'm gonna rock back. We're gonna stretch for just a second. Take both my feet up towards the ceiling, and I'm gonna reach towards my toes. This is actually really funny because one of my very first non-scale victories that I noticed 5 years into training was when I very first started, I could not hold my legs straight. Like I couldn't get them more than here because my hamstrings were so tight. So, you know, that really took a lot of work to get them straight here, and then to be able to hold them in the air like that was a really big deal. So if you can't get your legs up high, you know, if you can't get them straight, don't worry. Just try this. And then keep practicing because you will get better, okay? So here's another really great example of a way that I could make my weights a little bit heavier without actually having a heavier weight. So I'm gonna do that bent over row again. Left elbow, left knee. Back is nice and flat. I don't want my back arched like this, and I don't want my back arched like this. I just want a nice flat back. I'm gonna hold both of those dumbbells with the one hand. I'm still running the bicep right alongside my arm, or right alongside my side, I'm sorry. Oh, that's a lot of sides. My right bicep is touching my right side. As I come up, it's almost as if I have a string pulling that elbow up towards the ceiling. If you have access to a heavier dumbbell, go ahead and use that instead of doubling them up like this, or do it like this, doesn't matter. This is a great way to do it. So flat back, relax neck, shake it yes, shake it no. Keep those shoulders down away from my ears. Row. Now we're gonna sit. I don't give you very much rest on this because it's core, so really the more burn we get on your abs, the more you're really kind of getting some progress with them. So if you need to rest longer than I'm doing, don't hesitate to rest a little bit longer, okay? So kind of holding the ball, how far back can I go? Straight torso, relaxed shoulders, arms up to make it a little harder because I want to and I can, and I'm gonna squeeze. This is not easy for me. So even 6 months ago, I don't know that I could have held my arms up like that. So don't feel bad if you can't do that, okay? Just know if you can't do it today, if you keep practicing and keep doing versions that you can do, eventually you'll be able to. Okay, so we're going to rock back. Legs are straight if you can, otherwise keep them bent. We're gonna try to touch the ball to our toes. Just 10. Okay, if that circuit felt like, ooh, that was way too easy for me, I could have done way more. Double your reps, go ahead and do 20 or do 15. Or do 20 the first time, then 15 on your second set, then 10 on your third set. Lots of ways to give yourself variety so that you don't get bored and so that you can challenge yourself, okay? Last set of rows, friends, we're almost done. 10 of these. Oh yeah. Again, I recommend every single human strength training to some extent, 3 to 4 times a week on average. And I really want you guys to know that it's quite easy to change things up a little bit so that you can get variety, keep from getting bored, notice your strength gains. So as soon as you're ready for a workout program, you let me know and I'll get it written for you so that it is ready and you have something to follow. So it's like a scheduled workout. So like my Monday workout is often the same as the previous Monday, the previous Monday, the previous Monday. I typically change my training protocol once a month. So at the beginning of the month, I change my training protocol. And then that month I do very similar style of exercise all of my days. And that's just how I like to do it. So if it were me, I would say, Dad, go hop on the treadmill, you choose what you want to do for the next 5 minutes, and then you're all done with your exercise today. Probably took you about 30 minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer, but not too much longer, and that's all I have for you. Super proud of you guys. Keep it up, keep it up. Questions or comments, let me know.